friends, how are we doing today? So today I am going to do some freezer meal preparation. We all know Nana fell and broke her hip, and they did a lot of testing and pictures on her and all that stuff, and found out she also had a heart aneurysm and a aneurysm on the tube that connects your kidneys. I don't know what you call that, but so this is January 5th, and on the 17th she is having her heart surgery. So this time I'm going to be prepared. Last time it was like an accident that happened. She fell and broke her hip at like, I got a call at like 4 in the morning. She was in the ER, and it was rough. It was rough. A lot had to be done for her, and trying to keep up on also, my household and her household was really rough because it was a surprise. This one's not a surprise. I am actually happy about that. I'm glad that, we know. So I'm going to do some freezer meal prepping for, because it's only like a week and a half away. Whoa. So I'm gonna get some freezer meals in the freezer so that I can, like, in the morning, throw it in the crock pot, and go do what I need to do. Or even if I forget to throw it in the crock pot, if I get home in a decent enough time, if I remember to thaw it out, I can throw it in Instapot and it'll cook even faster. But anyway, we're gonna have meals. Last time it was really hard trying to make sure that we all had something to eat. For dinner, breakfast and lunch, we kind of just did our own thing, but I do like to try to have dinner on the table for my family. That's just the kind of person I am. So that's what I'm planning on doing. Yeah. So I got this planner for Christmas. It's so pretty. I picked it out, but still, my husband bought it for me. I love it. It's super simple. It's exactly what I wanted. I wanted something a little bigger too. The spaces are bigger than my last one, and the weekly pages are a lot bigger. I have a lot more room to write in there. So I'm happy about that. So right now, I'm pretty sure I have stuff to do chicken fajitas, so I can get that like put in a bag. Hamburger soup, supper in a dish, and chicken and rice. Those are all meals that I'm pretty sure I have like everything for already, that I don't even have to buy stuff for, that I can make like today and tomorrow, what have you. Well, tomorrow Nana has appointments tomorrow, so that will probably not happen tomorrow, but this weekend or what have you. So yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do, and I'll bring you guys along as I'll hop in and out, because I like to watch my shows while I'm doing that. Right now I am watching Unusual Suspects on Hulu. It's through Investigation Discovery ID, I think is what they called it. But yeah, so I'm working through that series, and I'm like, oh my goodness, let me tell you. Anyway, let's get to this. Okay, so I've got my chicken fajitas ready to go into the crock pot. I just put in 4 or 5 of the frozen chicken breasts, 1 onion and a green pepper. I only had 1 green pepper. I thought I had more peppers. I didn't. So but if I have more peppers when I cook this, I might add more to it. But that's okay. And then I made a fajita sauce or seasoning. I like to make my own seasonings when I can, because then I know what's in them. So, the fajita seasoning is 1 tablespoon of chili powder, 2 teaspoons of ground paprika and oregano, 1 teaspoon of, it says kosher salt, but I just have regular salt, so that's what I used, and then a 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder and onion powder. Mix it all up and throw it on your stuff to cook it, to make it taste fajita-y. But yeah, so 1 down. I feel good. Okay, so next up I did the chicken and rice. And when I cook this, I put on there that I need to add 3 cups of water. So the recipe calls for a cup of long grain rice, uncooked, 3 cups of water, which since this is a freezer meal, I'll just add that when I go to cook it. 2 bouillon cubes, I put 2 bouillon cubes in there. A can of cream of chicken soup. It says a 16-ounce bag of frozen broccoli. I buy like this huge bag of frozen broccoli because we love broccoli. So I put 4 cups of broccoli in. I think that's probably maybe that. And then I put 3 or 4 smaller pieces of chicken in because this also has, you know, rice and broccoli and stuff like that. And then it says 1/4 of a teaspoon of garlic powder. We like garlic powder, so I put a whole teaspoon of garlic powder in. And it says 1 teaspoon of onion salt. I don't use onion salt, so I just used onion powder. And then a cup of cheddar cheese. So when I go to cook this, I just have to add 3 cups of water and let it cook all day, and voila, another yummy meal to add to my collection. Okay, so I took a little break for a little bit. I'm back at it. I just did hamburger soup, which I have 1.5 pounds of hamburger. I went ahead and cooked it, chopped it up, and then I put in 2 cans of mixed vegetables, a little can of tomato paste, and 1 can of chicken broth. I may put in more vegetable broth when I put it in the crock pot. This actually, you don't even have to put this in the crock pot. You could get this out and put it in a regular pan and heat it up pretty quickly. This is a very generic hamburger soup. Usually I use like whatever vegetables I have in my fridge. It makes real good. Fresh vegetables make this delicious. But I don't have any fresh vegetables that need to be used up that I haven't got planned for something else. So I just looked at my pantry and I had 2 cans of these mixed vegetables and I thought, you know what, that's good enough. Then I put in a teaspoon of garlic powder, teaspoon of onion powder, a teaspoon of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of pepper, a teaspoon of minced onions, and I put in a teaspoon of a hamburger seasoning I have. I don't know where it is now. I don't know where I put it, but it's like a McCormick's, I think, or something like that, hamburger seasoning. And I put that in there, and that's all that is. And this will probably feed me, my husband, and my son just one time because it's not really a whole lot in there. I usually like to, when I do hamburger soup, make a big gigantic thing of it, but this will be more than enough for us to have one dinner, and it'll be a load off my mind. Or we could even, if I needed to, we could use it for a lunch one day, just whatever I need it for. So add 1 more to my pile in the freezer. So that's 3 that I have in there now. So good. This is going so well. So like I said, though, what I've been making will feed me, my husband, and my son. Sometimes I have enough to take to my mom or put in Jerry's lunch for the next day. It just depends. The next one I'm going to do, I have another 1.5 pounds of already cooked ground beef, and this is called Supper in a Dish, and this I'm getting from this cookbook. It's 1 pound of ground beef. I did 1.5 pounds. It's 1.5 cups of sliced raw potatoes. I have some little potatoes I think I'm just going to cut up and use for this that need to be used. A cup of sliced carrots. I don't have any carrots. I'm gonna have to look and see if I have some frozen or canned carrots. I know I have frozen peas. It says a cup of peas, 1/2 of a chopped onion, 1/2 cup of chopped celery, 1/2 cup of chopped green peppers. I do not have the green peppers, so that will not be going in here. A teaspoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of pepper, a can of cream of chicken or mushroom soup, 1/4 of a cup of milk, and 2/3 a cup of grated sharp cheese. I don't have sharp, I have medium, so that's what we're gonna use. So basically I'm just gonna layer all that in my bag and put it in the freezer. And these meals cook on high, I think it's 4 to 6 hours, if I'm correct, and then low, it's like 8 to 10 hours. So just to give you reference on how long it takes to cook these. So that's what I'm going to do now. Not cook it, get it together. Okay, supper in the dish came together quite nicely. That's a big, nice bag of food. That's definitely going to feed me, my husband, probably my mom, and lunch for next day. And it smells really good too. The only thing I think I'll do when I put this in the slow cooker is I might add probably some type of broth, probably either beef or vegetable broth to it, because even though it's got a little bit of milk and cream and mushroom soup, it's not much. So that's probably what I will do, is put a excuse me, a little bit of what I just said, broth, some broth in it, some kind of a broth. I might even, you could even do a cup of water and a bouillon cube or something, but just something to make it more moist, I guess. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm tired. It's getting close to the end of the day. So there we have it. I have made my 4 freezer cooking meals for my upcoming, my mom's upcoming surgery, so that I can eat while she's in the hospital. Because like I said, last time it was quite a surprise and we ate pretty poorly. This time it's not going to be like that. We're going to have good food to eat. She's going to be taken care of. We're going to be taken care of. It's all going to be just fine. But if I could ask you please to go ahead and send some prayers up and just have good positive vibes for her upcoming surgery. I'm going to try to get this out before the surgery so you guys can see it and the prayers can start coming in. But even if it's after the surgery, she still has to heal. So prayers are always welcome. All right, guys, I will see you. I'm going to put an end to this video because I'm tired and I'm just rambling at this point. And I'm not going to do any more freezer meals tonight. I'm going to work on, we're going to have barbecue chicken, and baked potatoes for dinner tonight. And I'm working on that too. I'm just tired. I'm just so tired. I went and cleaned my mom's house today. So it's not like I haven't done anything all day. I have a reason to be tired. But yeah, so please give me a thumbs up. Let me know that you would like this video. Leave a comment down below. What's your favorite freezer meal? Have you ever done a freezer meal? Do you even know what I'm talking about when I talk about freezer meals? I love cooking in my slow cooker. Do you? Let me know down below. And also don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss another amazing adventure. And don't forget to hit that bell notification button. Yeah, don't forget that too. All right, guys, thanks for hanging in here on this odd video. All right, I'll see you later. Bye.